Okay. Right. Welcome. So, as of tonight, Newcastle United sit third in the Premier League. And because we are at the business end of the season, there is now 2 games left after we beat Chelsea today at St James's Park. Now, didn't watch the game. I had my phone on Google, which was on the Premier League. Hello, Benny. No, I didn't watch the game, sadly. There was that horrible circle on the Xbox where everything goes freeze frame, and there was bits, and I can't watch when it does that circle thing. It's so damned annoying. However, we did win. Going to watch Match of the Day tonight and find out exactly, because it was a red card, what happened. So, yeah. Too busy grafting. Okay. How are you? Oh, I'm doing quite good, Raw Dog. Yeah, quite good. I'm just ecstatic that, again, Newcastle United sit third. And Liverpool and Arsenal, well, Liverpool were winning, according to Google. And then Arsenal pulled it back to a draw. Now, Matty Renton was saying on his YouTube channel, the Magpie Channel TV, that if Arsenal had lost and we beat them next week, we can go second. Don't think that can happen. I could be wrong, but I think we beat them and we cement third, so no team can overtake us. And I will be absolutely ecstatic if that happens, because I did tell everybody before a ball had even been kicked. Right. Ooh, seeking you done yet? No, I've just had an email from Superbase, and my phone is almost dead, so I've had to stick that on charge while I'm here chatting to you good people. And what needs to happen is they need to pull the version 1 off online, so then I can bring out version 2. Right, what else we got? So-called no, the apps haven't launched yet. I've got a meeting this week with a disability employment advisor. That person is going to get all the information where everything is, and the hope is they look at the stuff that's on GitHub and they turn around and go, green light. If they do, there are 4 people who have offered assistance with the games. And that's what I said in my little 90-second reel on Facebook earlier on today. It was to say to those who have offered assistance, thank you, let's get this game on. Now, when I spoke the other day about the Xbox license, etc., I'll cover all that in tomorrow. Because today we got 3 points and we're third. So I am absolutely buzzing because we sit third with 2 games left. And my honest opinion is this. We're beating Arsenal. And the hope is we can do it again. And whether Joe Willock gets to play against his home team, don't know. But we need all hands at the pump for the game against Arsenal. Now, I think my honest opinion is Alexander Isak hasn't scored today. He's just behind Mo Salah in the league. And I just want we to beat them, and then on the last day of the season against Everton, have a party. You know, like a training ground, like match where goals fly in left, right, and centre, and that will give Everton's keeper a very hard time, because people call him lots of different names, yeah, because he is a northeast lad, but he's a northeast lad from the other side of the river. It is what it is. So let's have a little look. What games do you play on Xbox? Well, I did play games on Xbox. What the games I have, I'll explain a little bit later, because I'm so buzzing about what's happened today. There's 12 of you here. Thank you very much for 12 of you turning up. Right, what else we got? I've been pumping. Okay. How many likes do you want this live? I would like likes for whoever's here. If you enjoy the live, if you enjoy the information, yeah, you know, look at it this way, right? There's many other fantastic Newcastle United YouTube channels. And the reason why I was on about these apps, so I could, that's it. See, I want to be where other people are. And those little thumbs up, they help. Word of mouth. I tell your workmates, your family, friends. Because when I'm speaking to you, predictions on a match day, where I think we're going to finish, I'm kind of like correct. I'm not correct all the time, though. No one's perfect. Do you know what I mean? But the one thing I will say, I was doing writing yesterday for the Newcastle United special NFT. And I started at the front Alexander Isak, and I came right way back through to Nick Pope. Now, with my left knee being as it is, when I go to get up, if I'm sitting there for ages and ages and ages typing away, there's a stiffness in the knee, which is like where that's why I hobble when I'm indoors. Like when I go through that door there, where the guitar is, to another room, that's why you see me hobbling. Just the body's breaking down, basically. But what I wanted for our club, I didn't just want Alexander Isak to keep on scoring. I wanted it to, like everybody else, to chip in. And they've done that, you know. Harvey Barnes, Anthony Gordon, they have scored more than 5 goals. Jacob Murphy, the same. It's not just their goals, though. It's the way they play. And we have a superstar within our team. He just happens to be Italian, you know? And I reckon, you know, the was it 58 million pound or thereabouts? I shall see what you say. What we got? How are you going to get the rights? Well, here's the thing. Yeah. Within the instructions, it's in there. It's within the instructions. So a message will go up to NE1, where St James's Park is, and for Darren Eales and the others who are in the directors, it's for them to decide. They get the first look, and if they do, they could. If they do decide, no, we're not going to grant you permission or a license, the NFT project, straight in the bin. Because I worship the club, and that's why I'm seeking permission from them. Right, what we got here? Well, Road Dog, you know, sometimes I know you have become a member, yeah? Sometimes one person is all it needs. Because what you got to look at is this, yeah? I am not just a Newcastle United content creator. I expanded from being just a Newcastle United content creator, and the proof's in my videos. So you are the fortunate one, yeah? And thank you very much for that, because this is a long journey. It's this season, next season, carry on to other seasons. And the hope is, as we progress forward to 25, 26, we defend the Carabao Cup, and then we go for the FA Cup. I would love to win that. So, what we got here? Ginger Goody. I've got great hair, man. So, what we got else? All right, thank you. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you. What's this one? What are you going to do with the money? Well, I'm gifting it. to the club. I'm just saying to the club, this is an idea. There you go. The one thing somebody asked me earlier was the crest. I haven't even looked at that. And that's the honest answer. So, Paul, you said the disabled advisor. No, I didn't say that, Benny. I said that there is an appointment. There is an appointment. And hi, Paul. What do you think about? I don't know much about anybody who plays for Newcastle United from lower than the first team. Now, there's 16 people here. If you like what you are hearing and seeing, do the honest thing. Right, what we got? So the Pete is asking a question, and it's a very valid question. ERC20, which is a Ethereum-based crypto token. They are going to a vote, one at a time. And you will find out here exactly what has happened, whether it's a yes, which I will be ecstatic, or whether it's a no. Right. So there's a promising defender. Okay. No, I don't know anything about, like I've just said, if they are below our first team squad, I have no knowledge. I don't live in Newcastle upon Tyne. How long before you earn any money from the apps? Within, I would say, a couple of months. Because I am everywhere. Apart from, there's one place I am not there. It's called T. It used to be called T. It's now called. I'm making him read. Right. Benny, what if we don't like what we're hearing? There's a very, very simple answer, Benny. Very simple. That's it. Okay. No one likes your video. Hold on, who's that? The Pete. If you don't like, why are you here? I find that just a little bit strange. Are you the only Geordie lad? No. I've just been speaking to a lad half an hour ago, and he lives in the next village, and he said to me there are 8,000 Geordies that live 3 villages away. So no. Paul, that I will do, but like I say, I'm here talking to you good people, and Benny, as I've said to you before, right, here's the thing, and you may not know this, I don't know, but whether you do that or whether you do its reverse, it still goes towards the algorithm. Now, I found that out from Richard at the Dynamic Duo UK. He has over 20 odd thousand subscribers. Right, what else we got? Pull your reply on Threads or in. Well, do you know the thing is, on Threads, which is a push on from Instagram, here's what I honestly believe. And I mean this honestly. I think all of those ladies on Threads, I think they are bots. Just my opinion. 8,000 in another village, 3 villages away from me. And in a car to get to that village, it's about 10, 15 minutes. And the reason why there was 8,000 Geordies there is because it used to be a coal mining pit, which is a guy I've just been speaking to. Cool, yeah. Well, the thing was, back in the day, there must have been something happened locally, and they sent out a message, and a load of people from Newcastle, from Gateshead and other parts decided to come down and help. Well, I've lost some of you. Never mind. You're still here. Was it? That's up to you, Michael. That is completely up to you. Can you run a poll for in chat for? Well, here's the thing. In my videos, you've seen my GitHub. Is that correct? Or have you heard? Which is it? Was it? Nice one, Michael. That's the A team. Yeah, that's the A team. Well, I think it's the old version of the A team. Yeah, Soldiers of Fortune. Yeah, with Mr. T, who didn't like to go on a plane. But we're getting away from what we are about, which is Newcastle United third. Which I did say before August came round, because I believed in it. Same as with the reason why I wrote It's Time to Write a New History. The reason why I wrote that, we had progressed quite far with the Carabao Cup. We couldn't get to Wembley. It's super hard to get down there, which is why I said to you about the Premier League title. You don't pick that up at Wembley. That's at your stadium, or a stadium you are going to play at. And Newcastle United will be crowned champions. I know that. Who is going to push Newcastle to that? I haven't got that information. Okay. Okay, Benny. Yeah. Would be great to see more content of you talking to people. I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Mind you, I'm going to have to upgrade the old Samsung S22 Ultra. You know the daft thing about phones? You can't put a memory card in them anymore. That's just plain stupid. But it is what it is. Now, 25 minutes and 45 seconds. And we got one like. Wow, hey man. Considering, yeah. The other day, what did I do for you the other day? I re-strung Black Beauty. It was so annoying because I couldn't play one string. Thank you for the second like. There's 18 of yous here. Come on, how? It's like pulling teeth out of a great white shark. Do you know what I mean? Right, what we got? Well, it's coffee. That's why I went to the shop to get me last jar of coffee for this month. And when that coffee goes cold, I've got the water. There you go. Right. There is a possibility, is it? Yeah, Alex, there is a possibility of that. There is. Yes. Oh, I think I've got a hair in my eye. See, what it is this. Yeah. Come the last game, after we've beaten Everton, which, let's be honest, it don't matter to Everton anything, because they can't do anything. They are further down in the table. But for us, it just cements so that nobody can overtake us. Now there's 20 people here. Hey, wicked. Right. Making the big time, like I was saying, Alex. Yeah. The apps which this person from the job centre is going to look at. Now, two things have been already bought. The domain seekingyou.org and Geordie Nation. Geordie Nation's on 2 years and Seeking You is on 1 year. So that gives time to grow. Now, because I am everywhere, apart from one place, I put the information there and you decide. You want to go in, log in, sign up, then that's what you do. If you don't, you don't. But there are people in America already interested, people in Germany, Holland, Norway, and Sweden. So if you don't, they will. So yeah, when you keep saying you're everywhere, no, what I mean is I'm going to give you an example. It's always best to give an example. So Facebook, Instagram, and other platforms. So use them, i.e. little short video saying to a person, this is what I have, come and explore. That's it. Right, what we got here? Can't wait to hear you busking outside the Sam Fender. Never, ever gonna happen. Sorry to burst your bubble. But no. Playing inside St. James's Park? Yeah. 1000%. I've read that. Interested in, I'm not even sure what that means. I do believe in you. I think you're, thank you, Alex. Thank you. That's what I try to do. I used to be a bus driver. It was a beautiful job. Met loads of people. And the best thing about being a bus driver back then was you'd get treats. Someone's getting off the bus, you get a treat that you can drive up. And I'll just pile them into my bag. Dinner time, bait come up, or end of shift come up, gone down the canteen, and everybody would turn around and say, oh, what you got in there? Now just go, everyone was happy. Now, what we got? Sam Fender busked, played open mic, small gigs in pubs. Yeah. If you've got transport, yeah, you can do that. Do you honestly expect me to strap a Fender Champion 100 to my back and have me Black Beauty in the carry case and walk to a gig? Because no, that wouldn't happen. Now, with these apps, as the money flows in, what I can do is put money to one side and then speak to a studio. There are quite a few studios within Nottingham. Speak to one of them, hire it, hire drummer, etc., and then produce a album. And if you like the album, well, it makes money. Simple. Right, what we got? Likewise, yeah. The thing is, right, EE is saying, yeah, from being a bus driver, I once said to a senior director, ways to save money. Reason why was the depot was on the chopping block to be cut and closed. And I said to him in front of other people, which wasn't the best idea, that solar for a large roof and turbines would cut the energy wastage. And because there was two other people in the room, that went down like a blooming big lead balloon from a great height. Okay, what we got here? How does the payment system work? Right. With these apps, there are two. One is where you receive a prompt, email prompt, and when you reply to that, it gives you a choice of multiple wallets. If you have your own, brilliant. Click on it and it'll say create or give us your details of your wallet. And if you have your own wallet, enter the details and then that's you sorted. And the one thing with like so Geordie Nation, yeah, and Seeking You, you're a content creator. Like you're in my chat now. We've been going 36 minutes, yeah. So if I changed up the tone by in a video where I decided, right, I've been talking about something and I'm now going to do something different, but stay alive, there's a change because you're not just talking about one thing, you're bringing something else into it. And content creators, like all of the Newcastle United from Adam Pearson, who is not the top dog anymore. Do you know who is the top Newcastle United YouTube channel? I'm going to give you a couple of seconds on that because I found it out the other day. And it might surprise you. Benny, you are spot on. It is definitely not me. You are spot on. But the top Newcastle United YouTube channel is not Adam Pearson anymore. Oh, wow. Nope, it's not Wraith. Nope, it's not Steve Wraith. So cool is having you yawn. Are you still? Are the gears upstairs working? Talk about the apps. Here's the thing. May 2025. Not you, Ruth. Newcastle. No, it's not Newcastle Fans TV. No, it's not. Nope, not Sinclair. Not John Sinclair TV. No. This one surprised me. Spot on, Raw Dog. Spot on. Yes, spot on. Now, that surprised me. And here's the best bit. Eddie H tells you, I do Newcastle United, but I also expand. And that is the best advice because in Newcastle upon Tyne, there is a football club. bang in the city centre. But there's also more things in the city centre. Here's a thing for you, A and E. Okay? Soak this up. Right? What I'm about to tell you. Soak it up. We all watch football. I try to watch football. Sometimes that football is in a foreign language and I have to mute the volume, but I still watch what's on screen. When I'm doing that, 9 times out of 10, I've got the phone in my hand and I'm checking what's going on my phone. And I keep doing that. Yeah. But somebody mentioned earlier ERC20. Now, that is a cryptocurrency. And it's a cryptocurrency which is a derivative of Ethereum. Now, as I mentioned the other day, Bitcoin is 21 million, and that is it. There is no more. Now, with Bitcoin, I know at some point it will rise to $1 million a coin. I know that. Ethereum is the next biggest, and nothing else in the market can touch it. Nothing. So ERC20 is part of Ethereum, where you who are watching this live, you can make your own ERC20. If I can do it, no stopping you. Nothing at all. What you have to do is be very specific. Yeah? If you can do that, you could be the next Elon Musk from the UK. Now, we all watch football, correct? We watch football in 4K, and sometimes that picture quality is trash. It's still 4K. We're still paying for the privilege of 4K. Correct? How do you know Bitcoin will rise? Go back through my videos and watch a little device. It's about that big. And the noise it makes. Watch it. It's a very short video, but go back and watch it. Because what it is, it runs 24/7. It never stops. And all it does is maths, which that's all it does. Now, look at it this way, right? Yeah. Got 15 people here, 2 likes. You want me to do a deep dive? I'll do that tomorrow. And I'll do a real deep dive for you. Now, these new apps, that covers all. cryptocurrency. So if somebody who comes into Seeking You has Bitcoin and wants to do an advert, they can pay in that. That'll come in and that will be put to one side and it will never be touched. It's like I will treat that Bitcoin that comes in like the concrete that's underneath your house or anybody's house. It will just never be touched. When that magic day comes where it's gone straight into orbit, yes, that day a lot of mega rich people will probably all do the same thing, but I'll do it before them. So yeah, and here's the difference. Because there will only ever be 21 million in ERC20, you can pick a number. You can pick 50 million or another figure. But if you go reissue, that runs forever. I'll let that soak in while I have a look at chat. He goes around the region though. His content leaving his... Alright, okay. True Geordie is a very big channel. You are correct. But all of the channels I watch and share, that is Adam Pearson, Steve Wraith, Matty Renton, Magpie Channel TV, Lee Lawler of Newcastle Fans TV, Gallagher Shots, Eddie H, Tyneside Life, and I work my way down. And I've always done that. Right, what have we got? Have you heard you share? No. Raw Dog? No. That never happened. How many Bitcoin do you have? That would be telling. What I mined, I'm not going to touch. That will stay where it is, safe, and when the time comes, that time will come. But this is one of the things I explain in the video. So go back and watch it. Right. Look at it this way, right? A&E. Yeah? Look at it this way. Yeah? People here in chat said to me, I was struggling with doing like different parts of HTML5. And probably they could turn around and say, well, I mean, there was a few who turned around and said, my little kid can do that and more. And then there was other comments saying, I think the first comment I seen was, you're wasting your time. AI, artificial intelligence, is going to. And yet, I followed that line of inquiry, and we are where we are today. So, yeah. Right. Yeah, you do, Alex. Yeah. I mean, there is people here like Beer Viking who, for whatever reason, decided they were going to put my picture on um, their email address for Google and Gmail. It is what it is. What do you think about the Toon review? Last time I watched, there were many, many, many people mock. Guess what? Guns in there and whoosh, straight out the other side. You see, those who do that, they do it. There is people here who turned round and says the other day, last week. Some even say in the comments, once the live has gone up to social media, I will look at my phone maybe an hour or two later, and they call me delusional. But here's the thing. I don't just tell you. No. That would be dead easy. To sit here and say, I've done this, I've done that, I've done the other. Yeah. That would be easy. I show you. And I show you for a reason. That reason is if I can do it, what's stopping you? Yeah? Nothing. The only thing stopping you from doing exactly the same as what you see in my videos, the only thing stopping you is you. And that's it. You see, anybody, if they wish to, can do an ARC20. Anybody can create an NFT if they want to. And I mean anybody. So that's what I try to put across. And I show you in my videos. And when I show you, I get back. He's delusional, he's this, he's that, he's the other. It doesn't matter. Because what I'm explaining to you in a video has already happened. Here's an example for you. Yeah. Please, tonight, check this one out. See for yourself. www.geordie-nation.co.uk. Try and buy it. Go and try and buy it. Because you'll find out you can't. And that's my point. You see, before I tell you, the deed's already been done. And that's why, on educational side, I mean, this live is sport because Newcastle played today. We're now sitting third. And we will remain third because I don't think we can overtake Arsenal. But here's the thing. As I've just said, make a request for that, what I've just said to you. And it'll tell you, no, it's not available. Because I wouldn't sell it. Because it is part of what I'm trying to do. And like I say, people turn around and go, all these things. To me, when people are doing all this shouting and all of this, yeah, it's like, okay, that's your opinion. Everybody has an opinion. Well, here's the thing for you, right, Alec? Yeah, here's the thing for you. The ERC20s, when I film that, and the community has turned around and went, yes, that's your opportunity. All I will say to you with these ERC20, 3 years lockup. So whatever you're putting in, there is no sell for 3 years. After that 3 years, you can do what you want. If you sell after 3 years, you sell. You make a profit. If you keep it, that is a potential to go up. And if it goes up, if you think about it, if you're in two minds, let's say you've got the bad guy here and the good guy here. Yeah. If you decide, like I've decided ages and ages ago, if I buy something, I keep it. It can go up and down like a yo-yo, and I'll still keep it. Why? Long term. That's what my nan used to say to us. And this thing I've done for Newcastle United, 26 players. There is 26 players in the squad, isn't there? Correct me if I'm wrong, please. Put a price on a percentage, Paul. There's a few of us. Well, here's the thing, yeah? I've got a hair stuck. Gotcha. Yeah, here's the thing, right? The first ERC20, 32k. Now, for that to happen, you've got to buy the land. So it comes out onto the market, and let's say they don't agree to the price of 25 pence. Because if you buy a share in an English company on the FTSE 100 stock exchange, you start at 25 pence. Okay. So if they allow me 25 pence and people come in with their orders, because somebody was asking me the other day, day trading, I don't do. But with these, you get screens and it's buy and sell, and it's blocks, right? Now let's say I get 25 pence to begin with. So there's all these zeros, yeah, and a point, and then another zero. The point and that zero, that's £1. Yeah. So you go from there all the way along, and as people are buying, that puts money in the kitty. You transfer that money into dollars, USDT, back from USDT to GBP. That goes into your bank. Then you go out and you acquire your land. Then you're still selling. You get your construction companies and you say to them, this is what I want. Can you do it? They say, yeah. They get the contract. And then slowly but surely you build. That's why 3-year lockup on those products. So what we got? AE. Oh, Luke Anderson, you have done zero market research and you like to waffle on. Luke, why are you here? Why are you here? Right. A. I feel uncomfortable investing in tokens. I would only invest directly in you. So I can be a co-owner. To be a co-owner, that would take in excess of, I believe, under English law, 30%. That's a massive chunk of money. That's just under English law. So, what on earth are you on about? Luke, here's the thing for you, Luke. You're in the wrong live. You know, I spoke about Newcastle United right at the start. And, well, wow, we're just after an hour. We've jumped from one subject, Newcastle United, Luke, winning today, being placed tonight in third in the Premier League, and we've moved into another direction. Sometimes this happens. What happened to the NFT? All of the NFTs which were minted OpenSea. And there is a video about the NFTs on OpenSea. They are basic. They are the beginning. And that's all they are. These new NFTs, GitHub, that's where they are. And they are our first team squad, Eddie Howe, and it's given massive bits of information, but that's in GitHub. 30%, well, it's a lot of money. There you go. Barca won. Oh, did they? Benny, let me just tell you something, Benny. Okay. When you have an idea, if nobody, and I mean nobody, gives you a helping hand. There's no cash. That idea just stays that as an idea. The things which I've just spoken about, there's a place, waves.exchange. There are 10, yes, 10, all sitting on there, which the community on Waves will vote yes or no. And it's a super simple thing. Those people who I ask, you kind of have to say to them, when you do the ask, I will gift you X amount of this if you give us that. And that's it. So, yeah. Just tell us. 30% is a very big number. It's bigger than 6 figures. Bigger than that. I'm not answering the question, Benny. That's what you're saying. But what I'm trying to tell you is this. Look at my videos. Go back and look at my videos. And don't just look at the videos for a couple of seconds. Because if you do, you learn nought. And that's the honest thing. Here. He has a golden nugget. Right? Here's a golden nugget for you. There is a page on Facebook called the PETA Super Highway. PETA as in computing power, but on a different scale. Look at it. It's on Facebook. I created it. Look at the image. And then when you look at the video, I am wearing a shirt when I used to drive a bus. All of the products behind are from an American company called Forever Living Products. And look at what I'm talking about in my videos. You see, that I'm giving you a golden nugget. If you want to have an investigate, that's entirely up to you. But I'm telling you, there are things in life, there are things on Waves. If the community say yes and they go live, things change. Right. Okay. Oh, so one person will not be messaging, because at the end of the day, if you are a kind of person who is here to be that way, no. See, in my videos, what I show you It's already been done. And I'm showing you with hashtag adult learning. If you don't want to learn, fine. I don't mind. I really don't mind. It's that simple. You see, if I lived closer to city centre, I could go into college, go into a university and speak to people, but I don't. And that's the honest truth. Well, I see the comments are starting to go. So, I think it's time I had another cuppa. Thank you all for being here. And we're going to keep on doing live all the way through. Because one thing I will say to you before I end, you either listen or you don't. Doesn't matter to me. If you don't want to listen, you don't want to soak things in, fine. And things I want to happen moving forward is this disability employment advisor to give me the green light. If they don't, they don't. You get Seeking You and you get Geordie Nation. And I will try the others. But I do not have the vault from Barclays, NatWest, Midlands, or anything like that stuffed up my backside. And that's being honest and truthful. So it's up to you. Hey up, Keith, how are we doing, mate? You've missed it. We have spoken about I've got to watch Match of the Day tonight. The stream was doing that. So it was ridiculous, Keith. But there is good things coming to Newcastle. Good things. Pond, you're in the wrong live, mate. You are in the wrong live. Simple as that. If you don't believe what I'm showing you, you don't believe. If you're the type of person who believes whispers from your mates and stuff like that, and not what you can actually see with your own two eyes, I can't help you. What's this? When you finally sign up to do yeah. Well, I'm going to thank them at the job centre. I'm going to thank them because a lot of those at the job centre, when you remember that old game where the music would play and you'd go round and round and round the chairs until the music stopped, and then you'd sit your bum down. Yeah. Well, I've had the same with the job centre, where I started with one person, moved to another person, moved to another person. And the reason, don't believe. Simple as that. Yes, I will. Yes, I will repeat. Yes, because it is part of adult education. So yes, I will. Well, here's the thing, and this is just to the pond. Because the job centre don't listen to your nonsense either. They live in the real world. Guess what? And this is just for you, pond. When you create an app, you pay $25. I'm British, so I've got to convert $25 to British pounds. I pay that money, yeah, and then I have to choose a domain. That is not free. There are 1 year, 2 year, 3 year for your domain. If you go for 3 years, it's cheaper than it is for 1 year. But it still costs real pound sterling. And I've got two in the real world. So I've just kind of like blew your idea completely. You haven't created any app. You have no product. Guess what? Video doesn't lie. Yeah? Video doesn't lie. That isn't CGI. So, Pond, do me a favor. Please, do me a favor. When you see I am live, before you press that button to join, carry on. Because now I know I'm going to mute you for the whole live. Because you are one of the what I call non-believers. You want to believe your mates instead of believing what's straight in front of your face on a YouTube video. You see, I show everything, every single step I'm taking. And you don't believe. So, do one. Benny. Benny is saying, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Benny, yeah? You must be like one of the other people, yeah? So I'm going to lay it on the line for you, Benny. In 2018, I was terminated. Is it 2028? Or are we in 2025? Which is it, Benny? My Sunday, Keith, was fantastic. Newcastle scored 2 goals. Chelsea scored 0, 3 points, and Newcastle United sit third. We beat Arsenal, Keith, down at the Emirates. Nobody can overtake us. We will be third and guaranteed Champions League next year in August. Pardon me. Sunday dinner, I'm about to do that. And yeah, it is late. So, thank you all, you wonderful people. Thank you. There are some who don't believe what's in front of them. That sometimes happens. It does. But thank you. Sausage and chips. That is my Sunday dinner. Anyway, thank you all for being here, and more information will come out. If this disability employment officer gives me the green light, you'll be the first to know. And the good point is this: if they give me the green light, I will send a message via them to Newcastle upon Tyne, and I believe that is on. It's opposite St Nicholas's Cathedral, the new job centre in Newcastle, at the bottom of the Cloth Market. Correct? So they will get the information, and they will be able to put the jobs up for Geordie Nation. And enjoy. Thanks for being here. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Don't get too drunk, because tomorrow is Monday, which is the start of a working week. Thanks for being here.